Case file TR7478 in the morning. The caller is calm, apologetic, and already missing 4 teeth. His name was Nolan Greaves. He owned a 2-person landscaping company in Ashmill, a commuter town with clean sidewalks, identical mailboxes, and backyards designed to look private without ever becoming wild. On May 12th, Nolan accepted a rush job at 45 Wren Circle. The homeowner wanted the old rose beds removed before a weekend open house. The house had been vacant for 9 months. The garden had not. Voicemail 1 was left for his wife. "Hey, I'm at the Wren job." Gate was unlocked. Weird place. Roses are dead, but something's coming up under them. Looks like white bulbs. Might be mushrooms. If I don't answer, I'm running the tiller. Behind his voice is a faint clicking. Investigators first assumed sprinkler heads. Dental analysis later identified it as enamel, striking enamel. By 7:32, Nolan called his assistant and told her not to come. The second voicemail contains wind, a shovel hitting soil, and Nolan breathing through his mouth. "Do not come here, Jess. I mean it. Call me when you get this, but do not come here." The bulbs aren't bulbs. They are teeth. Whole rows of them. Molars in the shade. Baby teeth by the fence. I pulled one up and it had a root longer than my hand. He laughs once, then gags. There's blood under the mulch, but old blood, like the ground remembers being a mouth. The registry found 1,906 teeth in the Wren Circle garden. Every tooth had a live or recently deceased match in regional dental records. Many belonged to people who had never visited the property. One incisor matched Nolan's wife. At the time of collection, it was still in her mouth. Voicemail 3 was left for the homeowner's real estate agent. Nolan's speech has changed. Sus. Sounds whistled for new gaps. "You didn't say anything about the humming. You didn't say anything about the scarecrow. There was no scarecrow in any listing photograph." The voicemail continues. "It's not in the yard until I look away." Then it's closer. It has my raincoat on. It has garden gloves stuffed with something. I think the head is made of dentures. I can hear it smiling. At 8:11, a neighbor's doorbell camera captured Nolan standing in the backyard with both hands over his mouth. Behind him, where the rose trellis had been, a tall figure leaned at an impossible angle. Its body was wrapped in burlap. Its face was a circular arrangement of dentures, partial plates, crowns, and children's reiners. The figure did not walk. The garden shortened between it and Nolan. Voicemail 4 was to his dentist. "Dr. Ives, this is Nolan Greaves. I know this sounds crazy, but I need to know if teeth can call each other. Like if one is planted, can the rest hear it?" My mouth hurts. My wife's name is on one of the little flags. The little flags were not present when investigators arrived, but Nolan describes them in detail. Pink survey flags placed beside each sprout, labeled in pencil with names and dates. Some dates were in the future. Nolan reads several aloud. The audio distorts on all but one. Evelyn Greaves. Extraction. May 12th, 9:04 p.m. His wife lost her left canine that evening when it fell cleanly into her soup. Voicemail 5 was never routed through a phone tower. It appeared in the saved messages of Nolan's mother, who had died in 2018. "Mom, I found Dad's bridge work." Nolan's father had been cremated with a dental bridge after a construction accident. In the voicemail, Nolan is crying. "It's growing by the bird bath. It has a stem. I touched it, and I saw his last second. Not remembered it. Saw it. The beam. The dust. His tongue trying to say my name around all that broken white." This is when the case shifted from manifestation to harvest behavior traits. The garden did not merely grow teeth. It grew the moment teeth became evidence. Falls, fights, illness, hunger, old age, violence. Each specimen carried the last pressure placed upon it. Voicemail 6 was left at 12:44 p.m. Nolan is whispering. The scarecrow is kneeling now. It's planting mine. There are wet sounds. Something hard drops into a metal pail. I didn't give them. I didn't. They just loosened when it pointed at me. It doesn't pull. It waits for the mouth to make room. He pauses. In the background, a second voice whispers numbers. 32, 31, 30. Nolan says, I can see the flowers opening. They don't have petals. They have gums. When registry personnel reached 44 Wren Circle, the backyard had expanded beyond the property line. The fence still stood, but distance inside it no longer matched the exterior measurements. Agents walked 46 meters from the patio to the rear gate of a yard that should have been 12 meters deep. Rows of white growths rose from black soil. Some were single teeth. Others had assembled into jaw shapes that opened as the agents passed. At the center stood Nolan Greaves, alive, upright, and smiling without teeth. The scarecrow stood behind him with one burlap hand resting on his shoulder. Nolan did not seem afraid. He pointed to a bare patch of soil and said, "This row is for people who lie in open houses." The final voicemail arrived after containment. It was sent from Nolan's phone, though the device was sealed in an evidence bag without battery. "Hello, Evelyn." The voice is not Nolan's. It is many mouths speaking carefully through borrowed spaces. "Your husband has accepted the position of gardener. Please floss before sleep. Please do not grind your teeth. Please do not say you would rather die than lose them. The garden hears preferences as instructions." There is a smile in the silence after that. Not a sound. A shape. Then Nolan speaks, far away. "Evie, if you dream of flowers, wake up with your mouth closed." Huon Circle property was paved over with 6 feet of line-stabilized concrete. The concrete cracked in a grid pattern, corresponding to adult dental charts. Every spring, Homeowners within 3 blocks report white shoots in window boxes, potted herbs, sandbox corners. Anywhere soil is left unattended, and someone nearby has recently felt a toothache. The registry's public explanation remains contaminated topsoil. The private advisory is shorter. If you find a tooth growing where nothing should grow, do not touch it. Do not check your mouth with your tongue. Do not call out for the person it belonged to. And if a scarecrow appears in your garden wearing your coat, count your teeth only once. It counts with you.